Hi guys, welcome to this revelation of the Penn and Teller Fool Us. Hans Peter Secker, I think I pronounced that right. So what I'm going to do is to do the performance my way and then tell you how it was possible that he achieved the outcome he did in front of Alison, Penn and Teller. He used tarot cards, and you show some tarot cards. As you know, tarot cards are used to predict the past, the present and the future, and also to tell you about the individual, their persona. And we've got these cards here. I've also got some special cards on the table which reveal the names of the people that are going to help me. We have Alison, we have Penn and we have Teller. I've also made 3 premonitions. There's one here for Alison, one for Penn and one for Teller. We take the cards, and what I'm going to do is to deal cards down upon the table like this. I want you to pay particular attention to the way I'm dealing. I'm dealing the cards down, and I want you just to call stop, Alison, anytime you'd like. Just call stop whenever you want. Stop there. Okay. We take your card and put it there and drop the cards. Push that in. There it is. A free choice. Because you're going to choose your own persona. Penn, as I deal the cards down, again, look at my hand closely as I deal. Just call stop. Stop there. Place your card where you stopped at. Push it in and square the cards. Finally, Teller, I'm going to deal the cards down one at a time. Stop there. We take Teller's card and mark it where he stopped. We spread the cards. You can see quite clearly the cards that were arrived at. I'm going to remove the cards that you stopped on. There's the one for Alison. There's the one for Penn. And here's the one for Teller. If we take a look, Alison, you stopped on your persona, the Empress. Penn, you stopped on the Fool, the Jester, the Joker among the pack. And of course, what other card could Teller have stopped on but of course the Magician. There's your 3 random choices. My premonition, I knew, Alison, you would certainly be the Empress. Penn, out of the 3 of them, I knew that you would be the Fool, the Joker, the Jester. And finally, Teller, what more could you be but the Magician? So how did Hans do the trick? Well, it was quite straightforward. Here's the expose. He was going to force 3 cards, we know that. So the 3 cards, I had premonition cards in my performance, but his were on the screen behind him, and he did some silly thing about turning the cards upside down and it revealed their names. That was magic, so we'll skip that. But he was definitely going to force 3 cards onto Alison, Penn and Teller. So how was set up? This is how it is set up. The card that he wanted forced onto the first person goes at the bottom. So I've got the Empress going to the bottom of the pack. In fact, let me put this face up so you can follow. So that's face up. You wouldn't normally have it face up, by the way. He then put the second force card on top. Okay, so the first, the second, but what about the third? Because that's what caught a lot of magicians out on here, because this force is quite common. Well, what Hans did, he put the third card that he was going to force onto the helpers in the next position down. However, he did something very clever. he didn't put it immediately below the top card. He put it a few cards down. Let's, for argument's sake, put it the 5th card down. Okay, so it's the 5th card down from the top. He then began the performance. He asked Alison to call stop as he dealt the cards down. Now as he's dealing, now I thought this was clever. This is why he put this one further down, because he's going to do a second deal. A move that Penn did reveal at the end by mentioning a guy's name called Leonard Green, who is a famous magician, card manipulator, who does a great second deal. So what he did to take the heat off at the start, he said to Alison, I'm going to deal cards down, and the camera was close up on his hands, so he saw nothing untoward. He was dealing cards singly from the top. And that's what threw a lot of magicians. However, when he got to this point, as Alison hadn't said stop at this point, he then performed a second deal, because he needs to keep this last prediction card on top. So he then started to do the second deal. Nobody's watching his hand at this point. By the way, you'll notice on Penn and Teller show is that at that point you wasn't looking close up. It was a long shot. Alison called stop. He dropped her card on there, and then he dropped the whole pack. Remember, our first false card is at the bottom. There it is there. So he just dropped that on top of her named card. The rest of it is self-working, because he picked the cards up, he turned to the next person. In my case it was the name Penn, but during the performance I think it was Teller. And he then dealt the cards down and just asked to call stop. He put this here, and he's dropping the second false card, which is currently at the bottom. He drops it on there. And the last one, they call stop, drop that on there, and place the whole pack on there. As I said, the trick, apart from that second deal right at the beginning, it's self-working. When they spread the cards, you'll also notice that when he pulled out Alison's card with her picture on, he didn't take the actual card that she stopped on, he took the card above it. And that's how this trick works. He then took the next card of Penn and the one above it and the one above here. And that's how the trick works. A very clever way of forcing 3 cards.